setbacks are the key to your breakthrough.
Today, we are actually going to explore how to take life's toughest moments and transform them into stepping stones for your success. And joining us now with the keys to get you started with all of this is motivational speaker and author, Dr. Tasheka Green. Dr. Green here to drop some gems for all of us. And I love this because a lot of times setbacks are a setup for a comeback.
Yes.
Absolutely. At least in some of my experiences. So where do you even begin when it comes to that mindset?
So when it begins when it comes to mindset, I always say that, I can't control what happens to me, but I can control how I respond. And so we want to look at how do we reposition our mind of what we're thinking. Because for as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So how are we positioning our thinking and our thoughts to reflect what we want to be rather than the current state that we're in? And most of the time when we think about repositioning our mindset, it's really what are the lessons learned? So when we have these setbacks, ask the question, am I supposed to learn, and how do I move from that so that in my next, I don't make that same mistake or error?
I think too, Dr. Green, in terms of looking back to set yourself up in the best position to move forward, I go, if I overcame that,
yes,
I can overcome this as well. It's important to have that perspective too, in terms of turning your setbacks into setups for success.
Absolutely, Marissa, absolutely. So when you think about that, always say that from your setback to your setup, it's really what is in between, or what you are doing in between that time to prepare you for what's ahead. We think about that these obstacles come, but how do we look at them as opportunities? How do we look at our tests as testimonies or elevation and promotion? And how do we look at our challenges as catalysts to greatest victories? That's simply what it is. It's really changing what you're thinking and how you're viewing, and take a different look at it again so that you can see this is not meant to harm me, but to help me and get me to my next.
I've at times even told myself I didn't lose, I learned.
Absolutely.
And that's still a win.
Yes.
So in life, we don't lose, we just learn.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, too, this may come with some new goals, right?
Yes.
And so when it comes to just setting those goals, by taking what you've learned, where do you begin?
Yeah, so when I think about setbacks to setups, it's not the obstacle again, it's called the redirection. So it's guiding us from where we was to where we need to be, right? And the beauty in all of that is when we have goals, Mikea, we focus so much on the outcome, we forget that during this process, there needs to be a course correction. So when we set our goals, don't focus so much on the outcomes, but look at the process and the measures that we put in place to get us there. And then go back to your goals and align them with what you believe in your value and where you are right now.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the story is in the journey. Like you said, get out of the outcome, but enjoy the process of getting there. For people who are watching, maybe there's someone who's like, you know what, I'm on my last leg in terms of having the strength to overcome, or the joy or the optimism either. Looking into our camera, can you speak to that individual now in a way that will resonate?
Yeah, so when you think about where you are, the greatest thing for you to do right now, I always tell people, is to tap into their inner strength. What were you born and created to do that nobody else can do it? Not that you do it good, but you do it very well. And what you want to do is assess your worth. And this is how you assess your worth. You take your ability plus your capability, you use them as your standard measurements, and that defines your value and who you really are. So walk in that each and every day. Don't give up on you. This is the time when you need to persevere the most, because perseverance will get you there and consistency is going to keep you. So during this season of the setback and getting to your successes in the setup, persevere. Don't give up. There's only one thing in you need to do, is endure. And I believe in you, and I'm cheering you all the way to the end.
Woo! That's why she's a motivational speaker, everybody.
I got chills listening to that, Dr. Green.
Wow, thank you for uplifting us, really. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
I'm glad to be here.
And that's where you can stay connected to Dr. Tasheka L. Green and get all of that good inspiration all the time. Take care and happy belated birthday.
Thank you.